What's up, folks? It is me, Mr. B. And today, wanna do some stuff a little bit differently than what we've been doing, and spend some time talking about one of my biggest pastimes, if you will, and that is Jamaican art. Now, for people who know a little bit about me, or let put it another way, people who don't know much about me, let me give you a little quick background that grew up in Jamaica and came to live here in the United States in 2008. But by and large, spent a ton of years of my life in the business world. In 2005, I decided wanna get into the art business, where I had always operated, done art as a hobby, and so um, had my first art show then in Kingston, Jamaica, at uh, Savannah Park. I have exhibited, uh, pretty widely since then. Been exhibited in Barbados, in Antigua, um, quite a number of states here in the United States of America, where I now live, and of course, I had a couple of exhibitions in the United Kingdom over a period of years. So, come to the business with a fair amount of track record, and want to use the opportunity today to talk about Jamaican art and to spend some time help to spread the word. Essentially, I believe that Jamaican art is and the culture in Jamaica generally and art in particular provides a good opportunity for the country in general and Jamaicans specifically to make a significant mark on the global marketplace. Now, um, the art business here in America, well, here globally, is worth about 85 to 90 billion dollars a year, and the United States is responsible for just about 52% of that. So, living here in the United States of America, um, the art market is a very viable area, and I think a lot of Jamaicans can make some solid inroads into this market as fine artists. Already, we have a few names that have built their reputation. Basil Watson, my colleague, former KCU colleague, has established himself um, here in the United States, lives in Georgia, and is now one of the most foremost sculptor in the world. But to go back to the topic at hand, Jamaican art, in my mind, reflects the island's rich cultural heritage, its history, and unique identity. In my opinion, it is deeply rooted in its African, European, and the indigenous Tiana influences, as well as the political and social struggles of the nation. Of course, collecting this art allows you to connect with these narratives, and it helps to preserve and promote Jamaican culture. From where I sit, each piece of art tells a story about the island's identity, including themes of resistance, freedom, and spirituality. So, me, I use Jamaica, I use my art as a storytelling vehicle. I want to spend the time looking at the culture, um, and to do my part in expanding the Jamaica's cultural reach and its footprint as far as I am going to be physically able to take it. And so today I want to just use the opportunity to talk about a few pieces that I, you know, want to market, some original pieces, and I will define, which are original as well as the what are prints. And I want to start with this particular piece here. I call it um, the enamel mug. Now, as I said before, Jamaican art, the reflection of the culture, the spirit of who we are as a people, and telling those stories. And I think this little piece here does that, fairly well. The enamel mug is what I titled it. It's a 18 by 24-inch piece, and it was done some years ago, 2013, if I remember correctly. So it's a fairly um, dated piece by virtue of my own collection. Um, and so the whole business of the enamel mug. What is it about? It is telling a story. It 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 provides an image of this little young boy sipping from a enamel mug. And if you notice the mug has, bearing its signs of wear, the little chips on the base rim, the base of the mug, which tells you it has done its time. Now, the mug again, as I say, kind of chippy, faded, worn, and it tells the stories of countless moments like these. Um, from a Jamaican standpoint, it basically takes you back to another time when we were much gentler set of people. Um, and so the piece itself is a reflection of that mode, that um, peaceful, more less violent, less turbulent times in our existence. And again, as I said before, I use my art to kind of tell stories. And so this is one of the socio-cultural stories that is coming out of Jamaica. Um, the piece is available on our website at yardmedia.com. That's YAAWD media.com. And it's affordable. Check it out if you have any interest in the piece, or you feel free to just drop me a little um, Facebook message, or even if you're on YouTube, drop me a little note. Um, and I will give you some um, indications as how you can grab a hold of the piece. Remember, it's an original painting. It's an oil and canvas piece. It has been part of my collection. For a while now. I am now putting it out there for the marketplace. If you have an interest. Now, for me, the art is conversational pieces. They are designed to tell the stories of who we are and to evoke, good memories and provide a really nice source of conversations and reflection as people of Jamaica. Now, this is another piece called Mango Time. Mango Time, again, same size piece. It's a 24 by 18-inch piece. This one, though, is an acrylic on canvas work, and this was done a couple of years ago. This piece is available as well, and it is also available in print on canvas, where we do 12 by 16-inch prints, and they're pretty affordable. The prints come with a certificate of authenticity, and they are usually going to be numbered and individually signed. Again, you can pick up this piece um, by using the same methodologies. You can either go on our website or feel free to drop me a line on Facebook, on the messaging, um, in the comment section on YouTube, and I would be more than happy to follow up. These prints, buying on the website, are $125 a piece. Uh, Using this pop-up uh, shop approach, we're gonna make the prints available for just $100, and that would include shipping here in the United States of America. This is an abstract piece that I did um, about a little over a year ago, and I think it's 2 years ago. And again, a, a mood piece. It tells multiple different messaging, if you will. I call it the it's a flow of emotions, if you will. And it again, it's a conversation piece. Each viewer will see this from their own perspective, and I identify with the piece based on the imagery that it invokes. Again, it's an original work, acrylic on canvas, and again, the dimension on that, it's another 24 inches by 18 inches piece. It is gallery wrapped, so it's ready to fit into any of the spaces. Now, wanna switch over to some favorites here. This again, um, print on canvas, and I call this Hellshire style. Uh, if you're familiar with Jamaica and the seafood reputation that Jamaica has, in particular, going over to Hellshire Bay or Little Ochi in the middle of the island, where you can get a good steam fish. And so this piece is kind of reflecting that a household ready to put on a nice pot of steam fish for lunch. This again is a print that it's available on canvas. It's 12 inches by 16 inches. And again, you can pick that up on the website by just clicking on the drop down to the Yard Abroad gallery, or just send me a message. Again, the print on the website, 125 for this program. So $100, you just send me a instant message, and the that cost includes shipping here in the United States. Again, for me, the art tells a story. It tells a story about us. The my personal view is that the global art market is increasingly turning its attention to Caribbean and Jamaican artists, a number of whom are gaining international acclaim. Now, to you out there, if you're looking to begin an art collection, or you may feel that you have you don't have enough space. I always hear people talk about that. I don't know how to identify with that. My personal view is that because I see art not just as decoration, but as an investment. Art is the one investment that never loses its value as long as it's not damaged or destroyed. It never loses its value. It's always appreciating in value. And in particular, when you're dealing with an artist who is putting his or her work out there more often, an artist who is active, um, in the same way as an artist who is deceased, who is not producing any more work. And so those are some of the factors that drive how you collect. My personal view too is you wanna be you're building a collection, find an artist whose work you like. Um, and you can start out by purchasing prints as you develop your print collection and you work and build a relationship with the artist. It provides you with an opportunity to 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 move to acquiring original art. In fact, in the collection that I also have acquired some pieces for resale from a well-known Jamaican artist, Richard Hall. And here's one such piece. This is a 24 by 36-inch piece. I call it a conversation. Two women by the riverside having a conversation. And obviously come to do some clothes washing, but them a catch up on the labrish from the village or the district. Richard's work I find a lot of favor with. I love the way he uses light and dark And this is an original piece, no prints of Richard Hall's work here. I only focus on his original pieces. And again, this is 24 by 36 inches. It's an acrylic on canvas piece. And as I said, original work. So direct message me if you have an interest in this. And I'm going to show a couple more pieces of work from Richard Hall as well. Here is another. These are just some etchings from him. They're smaller pieces, 18 by 13 thereabouts. And, you know, original work, all you need to do is to direct message me. Remember, Richard Hall is a well-known artist back home in Jamaica. What I'm doing here is just representing some of his work, through acquisition and resale, so that you can use this to get started with your own collection. Now, again, you want to start an art collection, you don't have to go there to go buy a Rembrandt or a Renoir or a Michelangelo work. You find an artist whose work appeals to you, start with that. And if you don't have to break the bank, you start with buying prints. A print, especially, I have a print on canvas portfolio, and I have at least 25 to 30 pieces in that portfolio. And the standard print size is 12 by 16 inches, but you certainly can order more custom sizes to your liking, and we can get that done for you. But the prints on canvas, again, 12 by 16 inches. Here is another print on canvas from my collection, and this is called The Revivalists. Now, the piece features three women in a revival church setting, and of course, the lady in the red, who you know right away is the leader of the revivalist group. This is the original painting on this is 24 by 36 inches, but it is available as a 12 by 16 print. The original work is an Ireland canvas work that would have been done about 2 years ago. So I'm kind of pinching out some pieces from the catalog and putting them out there for the buyers to tickle your interest. If you do have a desire to acquire that piece, just link me. Here is another very popular piece. It's called I Believe I Can Fly. And this, and as well as a range of other dance pieces, were inspired by the Jamaica's National Dance Theatre Company, which had its beginnings in the first half of 1962, and under the tutelage of the late great Honorable Professor Rex Nettleford. Jamaica's NDTC has developed a pretty solid reputation as a dance ensemble over the years, and celebrates their 63rd year this year. Again, the piece is a print on canvas, and it is available. Just need to send me a message, or you can visit our website at Yard Media. That's YAAWD, yardmedia.com. Of course, there is the Coronation Market setting. Again, another print on canvas, and these canvas prints will run you just about $100, and it's a $25 discount, plus we absorb the shipping for purchases here in the US. Again, you just need to send me a direct message, and I will be more than happy to get you connected with this piece. And feel free to reach out to me as well. In fact, you can always call in during um, this presentation here, and the number to call is 954-274-8177. That's 954-274-8177. If you see a piece that in through the program here that you would like to acquire, or to acquire at least additional information on, feel free to just reach out by phone. Now, continuing, the next piece I want to feature here, we just finished the Olympic Games in Paris a couple of weeks ago, and this piece is entitled "Before We Were Champions," and it essentially shows a setting of some youngsters running barefooted, largely within their little rural communities, which is how our track and field talent, that's where it is coming from. Homegrown, and this piece is a celebratory piece. The actual painting from which the print, because it is available in prints, but the actual piece, original painting, is 40 by 30 inches, a fairly sizable piece. Great conversation piece, and as well, it's available in print 12 inches by 16 inches, and the prints come individually signed and numbered, and with a certificate of authenticity. So what we're trying to do here is to help people to get started on an art collection. If collecting art is your forte, or you want to get yourself started, feel free. I'm available. Again, you can always reach me by phone, and the telephone number 954-274-8177. And I will be more than happy to provide you with the guidance how you get started building an art collection. This is the first of many of these sessions that we're going to have going forward, as I roll out my own role as a man who is defending the culture, if you will. I believe that we don't pay enough attention to our culture. I'm also using this platform to sort of expose that whenever I find them, up and coming artists. Today I'm focusing largely on work from my own collection, both my own work as well as some acquired pieces. Here's another piece by Richard Hall, River Washing. And this piece, it's about 18 inches by 12 inches. It's an original work, acrylic on canvas. Again, always fascinated with Richard Hall's use of color, in particular his painting technique or style. Uses a palette knife, which I do for myself from time to time. But again, I even though I do this for myself, I don't have any misgivings about purchasing the work of another fellow artist. Here is another variation on the river washing. Again, this piece, it's about 16 inches by 14 inches. It's an acrylic on canvas work, and you will notice, the water carriers in the background. Um, so if you have an interest, give me a shout. It's these original pieces from Richard Hall. They are moderately priced in the $300 to $400 range, and you just need to say the word. Right? Here's another piece. Again, these are original work from one of Jamaica's master painters, Richard Hall, and it's ready to find a little space in your on your wall, and to provide, you know, great conversation as you go through your day, right? It's another piece again, um, 18 by 11 inches, and it's an original work. Uh, Feel free if you have an interest. Now, again, I want to make the point that beyond financial and cultural benefits, there's a certain personal satisfaction that one gets out of collecting Jamaican art. I mean, immense personal satisfaction. And I believe that um, it allows collectors to surround yourself with the beauty and the meaning while curating pieces that reflect your own identity and your values. As Jamaicans, I believe that it is up to us to be ambassadors, individual ambassadors of the culture from the place from which we originate. Just wanna also add too that separate, in addition to collecting art over time, a collection can be passed down as so instead of looking to sell, you can pass your collection down to members of your family, so you keep that legacy. I remember years ago I contemplated selling a piece of sculpture that I had, and my daughter reached out to me to say, listen, you can't sell that, right? um Black people must own things, you know and it was solid advice. This is a piece that is valued now at well over $100,000. But I would, and that is a legacy piece for me that I am going to hold on to. In fact, I'm gonna look for a little, if I can find a, 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 um, a photograph of the piece. It is actually, the piece was a George Headley, um, a piece of it featured George Headley, the great West Indian batsman. And let me see if I can find that here. Um, I bought this piece from the artist himself, my good friend, who at the time he was, you know, still coming out of the the wings as a sculptor. And he had done this piece, and was, I don't want to say he was trying to save him, find a little money, but for what it's worth, um, he approached me, and I was not going to hesitate to acquire the piece. Let me see if I can put it up here, um, and share that with you. No, at the time, as I said, this was, money tight. Money always tight in every situation that you will always find that. But sometimes you get a deal, and you want to make sure you take full advantage of the deal. And I think I did just about that. Um, this is what the piece looked like. This is the full size. My piece that I have is about a 3.5, 4 foot height from toe to the tip of the back. And I have held on to that. I've had this now for the better part of the last 25 years, and it ain't gonna sell. But I'm just using this as an illustration of why you wanna, um, because the value, it only appreciates as long as it's not damaged, you don't get it damaged or anything like that. It is a piece of asset that you can pass on and hold into your family for generations. Um, so wanna just use the opportunity to talk art. We are heading into the Christmas period, but beyond that, every day in our lives there's something to celebrate. There's somebody's birthday, some event in your life that is worthy of celebration. And I wanna just use these little sessions to sort of expose more and more as to the whole business of building an art collection, owning art. Again, we as Caribbean people, we need to recognize that, as my daughter said, we can own things. We don't have to wait until somebody else point us in the direction of stuff that is of value, right? As I said before, I use my art to tell stories. This particular piece here is called Forced Entry, and it features, if you notice, the 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 blank expression on the faces of these um, captured black men and women, um, and it sort of authored the beginning of slavery some 400 years ago. To a large extent, a lot of us still remain mentally enslaved. And I use, as I said, my work as an illustration of that. But check out these Richard Hall pieces. Check out the website at www.yardmedia.com and go to the shop on the site and take the time out to treat yourself. Or if better yet, you have any questions, you see a piece that you like, um, feel free to reach out by phone 954-274-8177, and I'd be more than happy to help to connect you with that piece or pieces that you think. But again, just want to leave you with by sharing this piece here, the enamel mug, and the story that it conveys. You know, the for me, the enamel mug is more than a painting. It is a journey back to a simpler time when life's beauty lay in its everyday moment. And I am inviting you to pick up a piece of my work. Eh? Artistry that sort of envelops you in its warmth and the magic of the moment, and let the nostalgia that it brings wash over you. That is it for me today on this little pop-up half an hour. Uh, Feel free to visit my YouTube channel and um, look at the stuff that is there. Visit the website as well and check out the stuff that we have on offer. Until then, until we get together again, walk good, more time.